Hi, I'm Augusto, the creator of Global Child Travel and Purpose. We explore the world through the best experiences, and we share life lessons and give back with our influencer friends. Every episode, we travel with purpose with friends like Miss World, Miss Universe, philanthropists, and other celebrities who want to make the world a better place. Every show has a mix of adventure, culture, nature, and the best of the travel world, including leaving the people and places we experience better than we found them. No matter your country or background, we're all part of the family of humanity. You are a global child. And we're honored to invite you on this journey. Let's travel with purpose. With your help, we can make the world an even better place.
This is Global Child.
Welcome to Global Child Travel and Purpose. Passion pursues and passion protects. What or whom do you love? And what is the depth of your passion? Masterfully made by erupting volcanoes, here in the Spanish island of Tenerife, the warm intensity of God's artistry is mesmerizingly on display. From the dazzling depths of the sea, to the abundance of life and the landscapes high above. Somewhere in between, we humans make thousands of choices every day. And yet what persuades every single one of those decisions is plain. What is our passion? Passion is a perspective fueled by purpose. Some say merely existing isn't truly living. A moment-to-moment reminder that all of us have been given a finite amount of time in this beautiful planet. To discover who we are, to rise towards the best version of ourselves, to dive deeper in the search of truth until we experience the meaning that everything that has real worth is wrapped in the love we share as we bring value to those around us. How far you choose to rise is fueled by how deep we dare to go. We move in the direction of our strongest thoughts. If our souls awaken when we pursue our divine purpose, then how can we learn to fuel our passion? Because it seems to me that here in Tenerife, they've figured out that love isn't just a feeling, it's a choice. I wanted to learn more about Tenerife from a true global eco-ambassador who displayed a lifelong passion for ocean conservation and a very unique and impressive skill set. Ariadna Hafez is an award-winning Spanish model, dancer, and one of the top 3 divers of the world. So get ready for a very diverse adventure, from deep inside the ocean to the tallest point in all of Spain. You've never seen an island quite like this one. So the question remains, what do you pursue? What do you protect? What and whom do you love? And what is the depth of your passion? Let's dive deeper past our fears. I'm Augusto and I welcome you to Global Child Tenerife, the depth of passion. Tenerife is the largest and most populous island of the Canary Islands, an extraordinary archipelago that is part of Spain, but it's actually located closer to Africa than to Europe. It's only about 300,000 kilometers off the coast of Morocco, and it's unlike any place I'd ever seen. As is our amazing co-host Ariadna Hafez, who is also from the Canary Islands and invited us to discover the beautiful island of Tenerife.
Hello!
Hi!
So I'm so happy to finally be meeting Ariadna. She is from the Canary Islands here in Spain.
Welcome to Tenerife.
Thank you. I mean, it's a beautiful spot.
How are you? Good?
I'm good. I'm excited.
Are you ready for the adventures?
Yeah.
Yes? So let's go.
Let's go.
Tenerife is actively trying to become one of the most sustainable destinations on Earth, and it's all due to the passionate wildlife and conservation activists, like Felipe Ravina, a Tenerife native who lives to protect and document marine wildlife in epic ways. Yeah, that's a big shark.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay, he's my friend Felipe. He's an ocean
Nice to
advocate,
meet you.
and he's gonna take us out today in the ocean.
So what are we gonna see today?
We're going to try to do free diving to see the different animals we have here in this amazing coastline. So, are you ready?
Yes, of course.
All right, go,
I
let's
can't
go.
wait.
1, 2, 3.
Are you from Tenerife?
Yeah, I'm from here, born and raised.
What do you enjoy the most about showing people this nature?
Just seeing how they come first and how they live. Like the smile and how they are so surprised that in Tenerife we have so many things. Like it's a really busy touristic place here in the south and people don't know what we have. So when they come and they see everything, they are just amazing.
I'm excited. It looks very beautiful from the surface, but I'm curious to see what's inside the depths.
Let's see it.
Ariadna and Felipe are great friends, united by the passion to protect the planet and the amazing marine life in Tenerife. I wanted to share a bit of that process with you.
What I like the most being underwater is the freedom that I feel. I feel home, I feel free, I feel complete.
Filming underwater, it's its own art form. It's very technical. I mean, look at this camera. So tell us a little bit about it. This is special for the...
Yeah, exactly. It's a normal camera, but then you have the case, and also the lights are also important because you lose some light while you're underwater. So to bring back those colors, these lights are really helpful.
Okay, great. I'm excited. So let's go do this.
Yes, of course.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
The waters around Tenerife can be fresh, to say the least. So I decided to use a wetsuit, which naturally floats.
This is Global Child, Tenerife.
And I didn't wear a weight belt. Rookie mistake. See, that's me trying to join Ariadna in the deep. And it wasn't happening. It wasn't pretty. And I lost my fin.
I was always close to the ocean since I was a child. It was as natural for me to swim underwater as it was to run on the beach. I remember feeling so much curiosity about all the creatures and the beauty I will see. Each time I was going deeper into a new world, I felt I was a welcome guest invited to enjoy it and also to protect it. I learned that if I understood and respected this new world, it will welcome me. This natural love, this connection to water that is life, became a part of me, and I of it. I love freediving. It is a spiritual experience, my personal meditation. Connecting with the beautiful marine creatures, I am reminded that I'm here to serve and protect as much as I can on this planet.
Free diving means there's no tanks below, so it requires great skill to handle the pressure and to know how much oxygen you have left so you can come back up. Her personal depth record is an astounding 41 meters deep, or 134 feet deep. And without moving, she can hold her breath underwater for up to 4.5 minutes.
So I didn't know that when you wear a wetsuit, you have to wear weights, otherwise you float and you can't sink. So she was going underwater and I was kicking and kicking and I'm like, why can't I go down?
He was trying so hard, he even lost one fin trying to swim down. But he needed the weight. He just...
But now I learned.
Funny.
Now I learned, yeah.
Good.
Tenerife is actually a true ocean paradise. The crystal clear waters of the Atlantic Ocean around the Canary Islands are renowned for their quality and temperature of around 70 degrees. They're also full of diversity of marine life from the North Atlantic, Mediterranean, and endemic species. One of the perks of being in the middle of the ocean.
So tell me a little bit about your conservation efforts.
So what I try to do is show people what amazing this place is, so people understand why it's important to protect it. Because many tourists come here and they don't know we have whales, they don't know we have turtles. So that's my main goal, that people know that, and then when they know that, they can start caring and protecting. So that's what I do with my documentary.
You had some great documentaries. Where can people see them? Because they can learn a lot about this specific region and how to conserve the ocean, right?
Yeah, so I have a documentary called Salvar Tenerife. In English would be Save Tenerife. It will be soon in English also. And you can find it in YouTube. It's for free, completely for free. And what I try to do also with my work is not only show the beautiful things, but also the threats those beautiful things are facing. That's also an important part of my documentary. So when you understand those threats, you can act and try to not do those things, or try not to
be part of the problem. Maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Be part of the solution. Exactly. You know, and that's one thing I've been discovering in Tenerife. It's just sustainable travel. Sustainability is so important, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So now we're going scuba diving. Time to do more shots with the beautiful Ariadna, real life mermaid.
Making my way deeper into the water, I started thinking about how passionate Ariadna and Felipe are about protecting the ocean, and how their passion was already inspiring me. I mean, I'd been in the water swimming out of my comfort zone all day. And why? Because they had inspired me. Inspiration actually comes from the word in and spire, which means spirit, to put spirit into someone or something. True leaders inspire others because they have purpose, vision, and passion. A real leader isn't one who's inspiring the masses. It's one that's leading people, even if it's just a few of them, in the right direction. Deep passion transforms us, and channeled positively, it can drive us forward with purpose. Passion can turn a hobby into a career, a cause into a calling, and hopefully inspire all of us to transform from spectators to participators in protecting our planet. Passion changes our priorities, creating better habits so we can reach our destinies. But the question is, how do you find your passion? Well, first you gotta dive deeper and discover your purpose. Like Felipe and Ariadna did, they first explored what inspired them. That led them to their purpose, and so then they found a long life passion. Not sure where to start? For me, a great way that worked was to ask God to help me to find my purpose, to lead me in the right direction. If you want to join us in protecting our oceans and learn about regenerative travel and how we can leave places better than we found them, discover more with our friends at PADI. Together we can become an ocean of change.
Okay, so what did you see underwater?
A huge school of fishes, but a huge one, like I don't know how many.
That's amazing, yeah. And it was really cool to see them make their art underwater, because you know, she would take the oxygen, so she wouldn't have to go all the way up, right? You would do some swimming, and then you would go back for more oxygen.
Yeah.
She's an expert. They're both experts. Don't do this. Don't do this at home, kids.
No,
right?
don't do it.
It was great. Good job. This is Global Child.
I am Felipe, and I am a global child.
Tenerife is a beautiful island about 785 square miles. It takes about 3 or 4 hours to drive around the periphery. There's multiple cities, national parks, the tallest volcano in Spain, UNESCO sites, and there's a lot to experience, including, obviously, amazing food. We're headed to El Cordero, a guachinche, or a traditional local eatery. It's set in a plantain farm, to indulge in some of the famous Canary Island gastronomy, where we met Lucia Martino. Lucia Martino is a professional surfer and a Tenerife native who wanted to show us a delicious side to her island before she took us out to hit the waves.
Salud. So for Spaniards, food is very important, right?
It is.
It is.
Because when people haven't visited Spain, they think Spain just like one big country, but every region has different kinds of food, right?
Yeah, for sure.
For me, the Canary food is one of the best ones in Spain. I mean, I'm from here. I've been eating it all my life. I love it, yes, because of that. But really, it's really tasty, really good. Different dishes.
What do you think makes it so special?
A little bit of everything. I don't know. It's like everything is better in Canary Islands.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of nature, right?
Yeah,
Everything
a lot of
seems to be organic, straight from the land.
Yeah, normally the fish is really fresh.
Also, the weather makes a lot here because
Yeah.
you have different fruits that.
I mean,
The cheese.
I don't even know what to start eating.
No
Because the
cheese.
wine, the cheese, the meat,
You
the
will
fish.
have time to try
the,
everything.
the everything.
Canary food is a blend of Spanish influence and North African climate, which makes for some tantalizing taste. The conditions on the islands make for a fantastic growing environment, meaning the produce is incredible. Plantains and bananas are Tenerife's leading crops. Organic meats, fresh fish, and a tasty dessert are part of every meal.
All right, cheers to the Canary food.
Remember, the Canary Islands are close to the equator, and actually closer to Africa than to Europe. Really, the geography and the climate is closer to a North African country. So they have sunny weather all year round. Tenerife is considered one of the best surfing spots in Europe because it's blessed with year-round sunshine, warm weather, and epic waves. Whether you're a surfing newbie like me or a pro like Lucia, there's a wave for everyone.
It's time to learn the art of surfing. So people here wear wetsuits because the water is kind of fresh, right?
Kind of fresh, yeah. Right now it's quite cold,
Yeah.
for me at least.
But what I didn't know is that the wetsuit doesn't keep you from getting wet and feeling the cold. What it does is it keeps the body heat inside, but you still feel the water, right?
Yeah, exactly like that. So let's wear it.
You like my science lesson?
Yes.
Turns out I'd forgotten how to put on a wetsuit.
No. ¿Cómo es? ¿Es al revés? So you don't put it like this?
Okay, so the zip normally is in your back. So
Oh.
this is going like the good way.
Nice.
Surfing is all about technique and balance.
Okay, so the most important thing on your position is like not to be too in the front because you are going to go like this, or not too in the back.
Fortunately, first you get the theory outside the water. Because let me tell you, it's a whole other thing once you're in the water.
Okay, so I think you're ready to go to the water because I saw you take off and it's good enough to try on the water. So
Let's go.
Let's go.
Hey, one last question.
Yeah.
This is very important for the audience. So, how do you say surfing in Spanish?
Surfing, surfear. Vamos a surfear.
Surfear. See, Spanish. It's so easy to learn. You just learn it right there. Surfear. There's always a first time for everything.
A famous surfer once said, "The best surfer out there is the one having the most fun." I'd like to add that it's also the one that's kind of not drowning. There's over 16 beaches spread across Tenerife's volcanic terrain with various types of waves. All of them great for testing how passionate you really are about learning how to surf. Because no matter what you do in life, well, you're gonna get thrown around by the learning process. But if you stick with it, because you're passionate about it, what one day toppled us can actually become one of the most enjoyable parts of our lives. It all starts by getting out of our comfort zones.
Surfing was great. Can't wait to try it again tomorrow.
When it comes to learning, even the bad parts are part of the experience. Failure only happens if we quit trying.
So what did you think about surfing?
So easy. Anybody can do it. You know what I learned today? That sometimes, because the waves are smaller, doesn't mean it's more easy.
Yeah, for sure. You don't have the power to be in the wave, so
Look, that's a good metaphor for life. A lot of times, you know, I've seen the people that become super successful, and it's usually because they're fighting bigger waves and more difficulties. And sometimes it's the same difficulties that actually makes them stronger.
yeah, that's a good spot.
Okay?
Yeah.
This is Tenerife.
I mean, look at Ariadna. It took her so much practice and it was so difficult, but now she's great at modeling. It wasn't always like that. Nope. Oh, okay, she's always just, yeah, she's always looked great. At Global Child, we believe that favoring sustainable travel options, including our hotel partners, is a great way to go. The award-winning Royal River Luxury Hotel isn't only the highest-ranked hotel in Tenerife, but it's also eco-friendly, using green energy from 100% renewable sources like solar, wind, and biomass. With those actions, the complex avoids the emission of 1.4 tons of CO2 per year. It was voted as the best hotel in all of Spain by the Spanish Association of Tourism Journalists and Writers. That's a big deal. They also don't use plastic items and avoid using chemical products for cleaning because eventually they'll make their way into the water and harm our oceans. They also have actual swimmable rivers floating through the hotel, hence Royal River. It's one of the most unique 5-star hotels I've ever been. Part of their commitment to sustainability is also favoring locally sourced food options. Perfect segue to... Spanish culture is known for its passion around the world, from flamenco to soccer and of course its beautiful people. Time to discover more about my amazing co-host.
So we're here at the beautiful Royal River, and this is the Flamingo restaurant. And as you can see, this is quite a romantic ambience.
Yes.
Beautiful.
So nice, like the ambience, the music, everything.
Did you know that Tenerife receives around 5 million tourists a year, compared to about only 1 million full-time residents? That's why partnering with Tenerife Sustainable Initiatives by favoring sustainable companies and hotels can have a big positive impact. The next time you're deciding, check out if they're sustainable or not.
Okay, so I want to know, when did you know that you were in love with dancing?
With dancing, I did rhythmic gymnastics almost all my life, since I was 8 years old until 18, and it's really close to movement, to rhythm, music. And once I arrived to Madrid, I was taking a lot of dancing classes, and it was something also natural.
So also you do a lot of beautiful artwork underneath the water, right? So this is called apnea?
Apnea free diving, yeah, and so I'm mixing both. I'm mixing free diving, that part of my life that I love, that is the ocean, with the movement, with my other passion, that is dancing. So mix both.
And you really care about protecting the ocean, right?
Of course, I mean, I love the ocean. I've been close to the ocean all my life. The ocean is the place that I feel more myself. So I feel always very that I have to protect it in the way that I can. I mean, being one person, you can do a few things in your day by day to help or to try to protect more this planet, but of course more the ocean.
You also travel around the world a lot.
Yeah.
So what does travel with purpose mean to you?
For me, traveling and at the same time help whatever we can help. Now here the animals, it means a lot. It's doing good, and it always you do good for the other people. You feel better, and it's the way that we have to help, so we have to do it.
I think no matter if you're, above the water, if you're surfing, if you're underneath the water making artwork, whatever you're doing in life, the ocean is the source of life. And if we destroy the place that is the source of life for all of us, it's not going to go well for us. So whatever we can do individually, I think,
yeah.
you know what they say? That the ocean is only 1 billion little drops of water altogether. So maybe if we all make our little drop of water, we can make an ocean of change.
An ocean of help.
Yeah.
Almost 50% of Tenerife is actually protected natural areas.
Hello.
Hello. Good
Hi.
afternoon. Welcome to paradise.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I mean, look at this view. So this is Laura. Laura works with Sendo Ecoways, and she's going to be taking us on some great adventures, right?
Yeah. Today we are at one of the most oldest area from Tenerife. All behind us is a massive with more than 5 million years old. And moreover, on the ocean, we are gonna meet Los Gigantes Cliff with more than 400 meters high. So we will look like ant kayaking over there.
Wow. You work with Senda, so tell me about Senda and what do you believe?
We were founded with the main mission and illusion of making something different on tourist sector. We try to avoid massive tourism, and we are really convinced on sustainable tourism. Okay, so we will try to make you feel this authenticity from Tenerife in a sustainable way. So we hope you can enjoy these days with us.
For sure.
That's great.
It looks amazing right now, so.
Okay.
Great. So tell me about the Teide volcano, because this is a very famous thing here.
Yes, yes. Well, Teide volcano is the highest point of Spain, okay? And it's also one of the highest volcanoes in the world. People tend to think that the volcano is the oldest part of the island, no? Because it's in the middle, but the truth is that it's totally new, no? And when we visit the national park, we can see how the lava flows goes into different types, and it's really an amazing landscape over there, no? You're ready to explore?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Los Gigantes, or Cliffs of Giants, hold that name high, largely for one reason. These imposing cliffs rise up to 800 meters. They're Tenerife's #1 rock stars. Get it? Rock stars?
Look at this color. Like I wanna jump.
What do you love so much about these giants?
Well, it's like one of the main icons of Tenerife Island, not only geological but also natural, because of the Atlantic Ocean is a protected area, okay? And they were named as the doors of the Infierno, because for the Aborigine this area was like the end of the world, no? Because they don't know what was after this island, no? Just the ocean, and that's all. They haven't explored this area before.
At least we know she knows how to swim.
A lot of the dramatic landscapes in Tenerife come because it was created by massive volcanic explosions at different moments. Add several different climatic zones and you'll see all types of landscapes. From the coast, through the vineyards, lush forests, and even impressive volcanic landscapes.
We're at the end of the world. That's what I'm talking about.
We had a lot left to see, and Laura's passion was truly contagious. If you've ever been to any part of Spain, you know they love their wines. Did you know that Canary wine was so good it was actually written about in Shakespeare's works? The volcanic terrain infuses the grape with very unique minerality and flavor. This site, Caserío El Boquerón, dates back to the 18th century and gives us a taste of historical flavors, including famous Canary cheeses, also a staple of this island. Tenerife has preserved its great cheese-making tradition. This is Majorado goat cheese, known by cheese lovers around the world. Did you know that goat cheese actually has about half the fat, calories, and cholesterol of cream cheese? Just saying. One of my favorite things about travel is discovering the passion each culture has for its food and traditions.
Salud.
Salud.
Delicious.
Share your favorite travel moments with us on social media and let us know why you're passionate about it. By the way, if you're into history, you'll love to learn that Tenerife was populated since the Stone Age by the Guanche people. They were eventually conquered by the Spanish Empire in 1496. Did you know that the Spanish Empire also expanded through North, Central, and South America, and even the Philippines for over 300 years? Variations of these traditions can be found all over the world. After all, what's a good dish without a little salsa?
And what is this thing?
Oh, this is maraca from here. Well, it's like recollect all of this and we create maraca. So this is really typical fest.
You're a natural.
Oh yeah, this is like dice que te va para la gomera, dice que te va, pero no me lleva, pero no me lleva, pero no me lleva, pero no me lleva, dice que te va para la gomera.
Ole! Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure.
See you soon.
See you.
Thank you
Bye.
for everything.
Bye.
Buenos dias. We're headed back to the ocean, this time to the Gomera Whale Heritage Site, a special conservation area created so that whale and dolphin species can thrive.
It's important too when you're in the nature and you find some plastic or trash to take it with you. It's another way to help the planet.
Tenerife is one of the best whale watching sites in the world. However, thanks to activists like Felipe, Ariadna, and many nonprofit organizations and governmental departments, there's many restrictions in place to protect and respect the habitat of these wonderful creatures. For example, swimming and feeding them to attract them is strictly prohibited. It's all about responsible and sustainable whale watching tour operators.
So here we are in a really deep area. We have 1,000 meters deep, and they feed here on squid. So they do really deep dives, and then when they come back to the surface, they like to rest like we're seeing now. And we're also really lucky of being here in this amazing place. They are starting to move.
This is crazy. They are so close to us. Look up there. They are resting.
It's really important also when we do the whale watching, try not to disturb their behavior and let them come to us instead of going with the boat to them. So like this, like now, when you respect them, they become really curious and we can have this amazing encounter. It's amazing how when you give space to the animals, then is when they come curious and they also want to see what we are. So that's what happened now.
And that's the purpose of why you don't want every tourist coming here to swim. There's tours, of course, where you can come observe them like this, but respecting their space, right?
This area is actually an important migration stop for 21 other marine species. All the way from sperm and humpback whales to these guys, the pilot whales. Technically, they're the second largest dolphin species in the world. Only the orcas are larger. They're estimated to eat 70 pounds of food every single day. They're highly social animals. Share your favorite sustainable nature outings with us on social media and book your sustainable whale watching experience on our site.
I mean, I honestly think we got this show because we have Felipe and Ariadna, and they love the ocean so much. And I hope that it comes across because they're so passionate, they're so proud of the nature that surrounds them. And so if you guys are wowed as I am by what I got to see today, help us protect the environment. You can travel with purpose, you can make a difference. This is our planet. So, what practical advice would you give to people that are watching us now? What are some basic things that they can do to protect the ocean?
So first, when they come here, understand the threats that biodiversity is facing here. We have many people in the island. We have many tourism. So when they go out to nature, please respect it. Please understand that you are in other place where people live, where animals live. So that's the main important thing, that they understand that they protect it. And also when they do tourism activities, please do it with companies that put the animal first and not the money first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly. So you can go see, for example, a dolphin tour, let's say, in different parts of the world, but there's the people that look at sustainability, so they won't put food in the ocean to draw the dolphins and disrupt their eating habits. Here specifically in Tenerife, it's very protected, so they don't let you actually swim with the whales, right? Because you want to not disturb them, correct?
Yeah, exactly. One of the main things here is it's completely forbidden to swim with them. You can only go with boats that have the permit to go and do the whale watching, but other than that it's completely restricted because there are many whales, and what we want to do is so our sons, the next generations can also enjoy those whales, and if we put many pressure into those whales, maybe they disappear.
Yeah, and you're one of the most well-known, you have all the documents, you have everything, so you have filmed them under the water because you're an expert in this, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's like a complex process. You have to ask the Spanish government for those permits, then you have to wait for months for those permits. Then you have to go only with the crew that is allowed to go there. It's really complex, but then it's also really beautiful because then I can show how they behave, how they protect each other. Like when you go there and you see how they care for the newborns, how they drink milk, how they eat, how they do everything. It's super beautiful, and then you want to protect them with all you have.
Last but not least, what does travel with purpose mean to you?
For me, it's just what I was saying before, respecting the place you're visiting. And when you go there, you go with companies that also respect the place, so you leave that place better than it was before.
Tenerife's Ocean Protection Initiative are having a positive impact because locals like Felipe, Ariadna, and thousands of others have decided to do their part. Now that we know, it's time to join in helping them to protect these beautiful species. If you want to support whale conservation projects around the world, learn more on our website. The love affair between Spain and wine goes back at least 3,000 years. Wine growing conditions, due to the volcanic soil and the hot sun, are perfect for creating exceptionally deep and flavorful wines. Bodegas Monje has been family owned and operated since 1750. And here, art, gastronomy, and wine are all intermixed as a way of life. Passion, in the context of love, can obviously also be romantic, and oftentimes is compared to wine. I shared with Ariadna and Laura that I had a degree in theology, and that during my studies, I learned that in the Bible, Jesus' first miracle was actually him turning water into wine at a wedding, so that people could enjoy. And the party guests didn't even know it had been a miracle. Also a type of metaphor about how many of the best things in life are given to us by God to enjoy, and we often fail to recognize it being a divine miracle. After all, even a great scientific mind like Albert Einstein said that either everything's a miracle or nothing at all. I've also been thinking about wine and our human passions. Both can be gifts, but we have to be careful not to abuse them. Passion, when misapplied, can turn any hobby into an addiction. The same thing is true for any of our passions, wine included. I think it means that we should control our passions, not let our passions control us. The choice is ours. Going back to the miracle of turning water into wine, C.S. Lewis pointed out that God turns water into wine all the time. The rain falls to the soil, it goes through the vine, eventually feeding the grapes. They grow, and once they're crushed, they ferment into wine. All that Jesus did was speed up the process. Unless it's a miracle, passion needs process, and that almost always takes time. Most great things do. So be patient with yourself as you focus on growing your passions. From the depths of the sea, we rise before dawn to visit the highest point in all of Spain, El Teide National Park, the most visited national park in Spain and top 10 in the whole world. We decided that Laura would show us around, while Ariadna and Felipe, who know the Teide volcano quite well, would film some additional epic underwater footage to bring even more awareness to ocean conservation. Teamwork makes the dream work. El Teide National Park is a high mountain environment, so it follows its own weather rules as it did with us. Our morning began chilly and cloudy, and a few hours later, it turned sunny and hot.
We're here at one of the various looking points. When you come to El Teide National Park, it's a volcano, but there's many viewpoints. So we're gonna go explore a little bit and see if we find Laura. Welcome to El Teide National Park.
Honestly, you can't miss visiting this while you're in Tenerife.
This is Global Child.
It's a unique landscape of craters, volcanoes, and rivers of petrified lava as far as the eye can see. It all surrounds the impressive silhouette of El Teide volcano that stands 3,718 meters above sea level. It feels like another planet.
Hello.
Good morning, Augusto.
Good morning, how are you?
Welcome to National Park of Teide.
This place is amazing. I feel like I'm in Mars or something.
Yes, it's totally like that. Well, this is the curious and the nice thing about the volcanic places, no? So now I think it's time to show another different places, no, and different views.
Yeah, no, let's go.
So let's go.
They have great cable car rides to the top, stargazing, sunrise and sunset tours, and of course, my favorite, good old-fashioned miles and miles of unique hiking trails.
So something that seems amazing to me is that there are plants here.
Yes, if you realize, they almost have the form of a bush, yeah? But we also have adaptation for animals. Probably we have the opportunity to see the Bisbita beetle. Bisbita is all around the world, but when Bisbita arrives here, he realized that he hasn't got enough oxygen to fly at this altitude. So at the end, he loses the flight, and nowadays the space where he used to have the flight is an oxygen camera. You see, it doesn't have the flight.
Yeah, it has no wings.
Not anymore, no, not anymore.
I was asking you, where is the oxygen chamber? You're like, it's inside.
It's inside. Inside
Can't see it. So tell me about this green.
Yeah, sometimes the volcanic sediment contains thermal gases, okay? And these thermal gases have several minerals that in touch with the oxygen and the hot of the lava become with this color, okay? This green color, like the same color of.
It's really cool. This is actually green.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
This colorful portion of the park was formed during explosive volcanic eruptions. It's also one of the most unique and stunning sights I've ever seen anywhere.
Well, this is a lunar landscape. All the sediments that you are seeing here is pumice rock, okay? But we can say that in the past was a mine, okay? So the people extract here the pumice rock and commercialize between Europe and America.
This is great.
Yes.
I love this place. Other times of the year, these flowers are white, right?
This is Rosarito de Cumbre, is endemic from National Park, and in springtime they are light pink. Yes.
Laura's passion for the island really was reflected by her knowledge. I guess real passion also leads us to learn more.
Okay, so tell me about this color.
So, well, these rocks that we have here, this is the pumice rock, okay? And the difference between the basaltic rock is that this one came for a more explosive eruption, okay? So this is what we are talking about, the extract. So the more explosive, the more amount of gases, and the less weight it has, okay?
Oh, this doesn't weigh almost anything.
It doesn't weigh, no? And then if you take one of these, even though they are little, they have more weight, no?
Tenerife had reminded me that most of the unforgettable moments come when we go the extra proverbial mile. Or in this case, the literal extra mile.
You know what I like about this place?
What?
If you just stay down there and you don't come up to the volcano, you would never discover these things.
Yes.
And so there's more that meets the surface, but you have to go higher up.
Higher up.
And the same way, you know, in other parts of this episode, we had to go further down.
Further down.
So I think in life, a lot of times, the beauty that you find, you have to go the distance.
Finding experts to lead us to new places and discover new activities can take our trip to a higher level. How? Well, by diving deeper into the experience. That's travel and purpose.
It's so cool that you can see the ocean.
Yes.
Passion invites us to go deeper in knowledge, to have greater wisdom, to master a skill, and be able to share with others.
This is a very beautiful view. So if you think of the volcano like this, now we walked a little bit down and now we're going kind of around the edge. So what are we seeing right now?
So behind us we can see the city of Puerto de la Cruz. Puerto de la Cruz born like a harbor. Moreover, if we see up in the city of Puerto la Cruz, we can see the forestal ring, okay? This massive forest It's a natural protected area that surrounds the island.
It's super cool because you were saying it's natural protected area on top,
Yes.
natural protected area around, and a lot of times natural protected area in the ocean.
Yes,
A lot of natural
exactly.
protection, which is good.
Tenerife is actually known as the island of the eternal spring, sunny all year round. It has up to 28 microclimates, depending on the altitude and region you're visiting. The variety does keep it quite interesting. I made Laura stop at this rock because it looked like a giant piece of chocolate cake. Just wanted to put that out there.
Behind us, we can see what it is called the cake of the Tade. Okay, indeed, some people say that this is like 3 chocolate cake.
No wonder. True story. I'm like, why do I love this rock so much? It's because it reminds me of chocolate. Yes. So what are the kinds of rocks that we have? The kind of soil?
Yeah, we have basaltic rock, pumice rock, and then again basaltic. Okay, the black one is the basaltic rock, and the white one is the pumice. Okay, also known as pumitas.
So if we like cut some of these rocks in the mountains, we'll have this kind of color?
Not in every place. For example, this is one of the places that you will find it. There will be others in the national park, but not in all of them. Okay.
Wow. It's beautiful.
Yes.
Made me kind of hungry.
Maybe we can eat some cake.
Weather-wise, the coast is usually mild and sunny, but inland, it can fluctuate with elevation. There's 3 major different large cities, and 20 smaller ones, so there's plenty to explore. From beaches to lunar landscapes. And now, you won't believe it, but some of the most magnificent and pristine forests in the world. Tenerife has 43 designated natural areas. This one is a Parque Rural de Anaga.
This place is amazing. Again, we were up there in the volcano area. We came a little bit down because we were very high up.
Yes. Now we are inside the forestal ring that we have just seen up from the heights at 2,000 meters high. Here we have, well, like the king of the forest, no? The pine tree. If you see the cortex, this cortex is almost 8 centimeters
Thick.
thick. Yeah. While a normal pine tree is 2 or 3. And moreover, if you see the needles, for example, this one, okay, over here, those are the needles. They are in group of 3, while a normal pine tree is in a group of 2, and also they are longer. So this is amazing because our pine tree could catch more humid and more oxygen. And when we get, for example, fire in the forest, it just gets burned outside, never inside. Okay?
Wow.
I was genuinely in awe that such a magnificent forest was only a few minutes away from those extraordinary volcanic landscapes, and only a few minutes more from populated cities and all types of beaches.
If you want to join us on the same adventures that you're watching us have all over the world, you can now try your Travel with Purpose trips. If you're going to travel, you might as well do it sustainably. Join us as we travel with purpose.
Tenerife was really bringing home the importance of governments, locals, and tourists coming together to protect large swaths of nature, not only for future generations, but even for us to enjoy now. Have you ever been in nature when it's overrun by tourists? It's not really fun.
Wow. So tell me a little bit about this amazing vegetation. I don't know if I've ever been in a more green place than this, really, ever.
Yes. Well, the laurel forest is not just formed by laurel, okay? We also can find here heathers, for example, just in front of us. And then the most characteristic is through the ferns, okay? We have 2 types. This is the common one. And then we have this amazing one that is the píjara. It's in danger of extinction in some areas of the world, but it has survived here in Anaga. Indeed, there is a special protected area called Pijaral. It's a place of super protection.
So tell me about this amazing stuff.
Those are also living beings. This is the musk, and when we have a landscape with this type of beings, we can say that the air here is totally clean. So this is a good aspect just to know that we are breathing clean air now. So this is amazing. Also, they recover the air, okay? Even though it doesn't think, when we have here the CO2, they recover too.
It's like a natural filter.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thank you guys.
If you can support or even initiate protecting your local natural treasures, even from small parks to large reserves, everything counts.
What do you think people can do to help protect this even at home, wherever they are in the world?
Well, I think mainly sustainability actions, not just recycle, because people tend to think that the recycle is the best, but when they came here, try to come with public transport, okay? So little by little, we can do a good job and try to maintain this area now.
The Sanaga area covering the northeast corner of Tenerife was awarded a UNESCO Biosphere Reserve status. It basically means that it's an area known for protecting ecosystems. It has the most biodiversity in all of Europe. Anaga is truly breathtaking, which in this case is actually not a problem at all. If you're down for sporting activities, you have pretty much all of them here in Tenerife. Laura beat me in our little race as we made it to one of the old traditional houses that the local residents have been occupying in different iterations for hundreds of years.
So after an amazing bike ride, we're here and we're going to have some delicious traditional pastries and get our calories back.
So this area represents how the people used to live here in Anaga. There were many places in Anaga where still people live in caves, okay? And well, even this area was an area focused on agriculture. So it's nowadays one of the good representation of the life for Anaga.
That's great. Well, salud.
Laura's hospitality, charm, and passion for showcasing and protecting her land truly made her a global child.
So I just wanted to thank you for such an amazing tour, and you're a great representative of Tenerife.
It's nice to hear that. It's a pleasure having you here. And well, we hope to have you soon back to Tenerife.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Global child.
I have a passion for dance, and dance is my passion. I feel it within me as a movement that comes from my soul and my heart, bringing such joy when expressed through my body. Dance is movement, and passion, it's movement too. It makes me take action. It gives me energy. It's that fire that always lives inside of me. Passion is a big part of who I am, how I live, and I'm proud it's also part of my culture. For me, the best way to live is truly to do it with passion, from the heart. Because a life without passion isn't truly living. It's just existing.
Look at this. Wow.
Unexpected, like the sky was gray. We thought that the sunset was gone. And in 1 second, all the colors came. The sun came more down and... it's crazy. Thank you.
Thank you. And what did I say? Something special's coming.
Woo!
Something special's coming. That's why you always have to believe. Something special's coming.
Ariadna and I met again at the charming historical center of San Cristobal de la Laguna, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's known for its cultural tradition and amazing historical buildings. Really, it's like taking a walk through the past. Ariadna insisted that I couldn't leave Tenerife without trying their famous local dessert, the rosquete lagunero, a locally inspired little pastry that was born in this old town square and now holds a place dear to many Spaniards throughout the whole country. Spain as a nation is quite complex. There's actually 52 very different provinces. They're still quite proud of how together they make up one of the most culturally diverse and appealing countries in the world, surpassing 100 million visitors last year, making them one of the top 3 most visited countries in the whole world. I mean, I get why. Our week in Tenerife had been a magnificent experience, and I couldn't wait to come back here and explore other unique regions of Spain. Of course, we couldn't leave without thanking Ariadna for showing us around, and the amazing team of the Royal River Luxury Hotel for hosting us.
So I just wanted to thank you for such an incredible episode.
Thank you.
It's been such a great adventure. You guys have seen it. The team filmed some things that we've never done before under the water. And, your love for the ocean, your love for people, your joy, obviously your beauty, your charm, it's amazing. I'm sure the audience enjoyed it at home, and I truly enjoyed meeting such an amazing person.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure for me to be here with all of you and to show you all around. I mean, I love Canary Islands. I love Tenerife. I love the ocean. So I hope we finish this episode with a little bit the same feeling than me, because I'm in love with this.
No, this was great. And for you guys watching, if you've never been to the Canary Islands, to Tenerife, come. They're going to welcome you. You see how beautiful it is. But when you do come, let's do it sustainably, right?
Yes, always.
See you soon.
Bye.
Ariadna, Laura, and Felipe's passion for nature in all of its forms had inspired me. We were flying out the next day, but Felipe told me that he was planning to do a night dive in the ocean to capture more unique moments. Part of me wanted nothing to do with that, because being in the ocean in the dark was literally one of my greatest fears. Another voice inside of me told me that I should go in and do what I tell you guys to do.
So in Global Child, I'm always speaking about getting out of our comfort zone. Tonight, I'm going to do that. After seeing some of the beauty that I've seen underneath the water, Felipe is actually here to help me overcome my fear of being in the ocean at night.
Ready?
How are you, my brother?
Ready to overcome your fear?
Yeah, listen, if I'm gonna go underwater with someone, I'm gonna go with an expert, and you're telling me there's nothing to be afraid of.
Everything will be fine. It's gonna be a little bit dark, but the rest, perfect.
Just a little bit dark in the ocean.
It's okay.
Let's go.
Maybe some sharks.
All right, so I'm gonna tell you my honest process right now. Fear is like a feeling that you feel, but fear is always attached to thoughts. So when you see fear trying to paint a bad image in your brain, it's our responsibility to push it away. The way I do it is I start giving thanks. So I'm a person of faith. I give thanks to God that He's always watching over me, that this place is beautiful, that I have a great friend like Felipe who's an expert, and everything's going to be fine. Life is an adventure. Let's go live it.
Diving in the dark made me face the fear, and in the beginning, it was scary. Felipe's passion and joy allowed me to feel more and more comfortable, until I remembered that the lies that fear shouts are always loud, but truth is always whispered into our hearts when we silence the wrong voices and pay attention to the right one. Then I had a wonderful time, as I realized that Tenerife had taught me that passion was an intense feeling, a drive, an overwhelming desire that we tap into when we discover our purpose. Passion is fueled by purpose, and purpose is only achieved with passion. And when we choose the road of service and love, making sure to help people and places be even better than when we found them, passion will take us deeper, help us to rise higher, and lift us into the destiny that God already has waiting for us. So the next time you face a challenge, just dive in and enjoy the process.
Wow, that was beautiful.
First minute he was so scared, he was in the light all the time. Now after 2 minutes swimming into the dark by Augusto, it was nice.
And what I told him is I said, it's important to do this for you guys watching, because if you fear something, it's very difficult to want to protect it. First you remove the fear, and then you can learn to love it. That's exactly what happened to me today. So thank you so much, my brother.
Thanks to you for coming.
You know what this was? The depth of passion. Your passion is contagious. Thank you, brother.
I'm happy to hear that.
This is Global Child.
Always remember, travel is fun, but purpose is what keeps us growing.